Hi everybody. I'm Emily Shmaluski. I'm going to be here talking with you today for our November monthly volunteer meeting. So I do apologize if you have any difficulty hearing me. My voice is kind of gone right now, so I've been going through just some different health things. So if you have any difficulty hearing me at all, just let me know in the chat, and I'll try to do my best to speak up closer to the microphone. So I just wanted to say hello and welcome. I am the community membership coordinator for the Western area, so the yellow region of the map. That's me, and I'd like to introduce to you my colleague today, Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin DeBourneville. I am Volunteer Relations Coordinator for the Girl Scouts of Northeast Ohio. And Emily, there's your slot so we
Here I
can
am.
keep moving.
Yep, here I am. So we're just gonna kind of talk about our different topics for today. So for our agenda, we're going to be going into some timely information and updates from council. And then also too, after that, we're going to talk about our short and snappy trainings for the month that are going to focus on our governance elections as well as our volunteer recognition. So next slide, please. So we have a new year for Girl Scouts, and that means new forms. So we're just a little over a month out into our Girl Scout membership. So that means we need to update our new information. So one form to take a look at that everyone should have completed is our annual permission form. That is required to go through for nearby field trips, outings, participation in the magazine and snack program, as well as cookie program, like taking photographs as well as any emergency medical treatments that they needed. The next form to look at is our personal medical and health form. That is required for all girls and adults participating within your troop. It's recommended to keep some physical copies of those forms on you at all meetings and troop outings. So in case of an emergency, you have that information handy. Or I have also a digital copy available too. And then on our next form, so if your troop has changed any meeting locations, times, days of the week, or if you have any other openings coming up in your troop or you need to close your troop, please go ahead and complete your troop changes form. And that will update everything that we need from that information for us at council. So if you have any of those changes to make, you can use that form. And then the last two forms are available or more so if you need them. The first one is the parent and caregiver support agreement. This is to be a resource that you can use. So if there's any issues that may arise with the families, it's a reminder of the promise and law that we have as the Girl Scouts, and it also reinstates some expectations to help support the families for a more positive experience. And then going along the side of that is our Girl Scout Code of Conduct, which is a very similar form, and it talks about more about any behavioral issues that may arise. So all of these forms are available on our forums page on our website. Let's go ahead on over to the next slide. So I love this is one of my favorite slides because you get to see all of the different goodies that are offered for your fill your troop supplies. So if you're looking for girls to help during different recruitments, girls to help join your troop, and also just spread more word about the Girl Scouts within your area, I'm at no cost to you. There is an event support and supply request form that you can complete, and we will be able to send to you multiple items. As you can see, we have pencils, bookmarks, which are very popular, by the way, business cards that you can place within your community, invitations, stickers, and a lot of other items as well. So if for you, having an upcoming event, this is a great opportunity to hand out these items as well. So go ahead and submit the request form, and we'll ship the supplies to you at no cost to you. Let's see our next slide. So this is our fill our troop flyers. These are very convenient to help you also grow your troop. So we have 3 different forms available for you to choose from with different color schemes. So we have these fill the troop flyers to help get potential members for your troop, and they also provide specific instructions on how to find your troop within our system catalog. And if you click on the bottom of the slide, once you have this downloaded copy, you can pick which one of these three platforms you would like to use, plug in your information, save, and print. So then you're able to distribute them throughout classrooms, throughout digital flyers, if your school does digital flyers, or if you have like open community board, you can do it that way too. So you have any of those three to pick from for fill your troop option. And so now we come to our Beyond Brand section. And so if excuse me, so if you and your troop are going to be creating like a T-shirt or a flyer, banner, certificate, etc., and you would like to use our Girl Scout designs, we have a special web page that you can use that has everything you need to know about Girl Scout branding. So if you visit our website page of gsneo.org-brand, for branding guidelines. We have downloadable graphics for you to use, as well as a wide range of color scheme to choose from as well that are the approved Girl Scout colors and fonts. And if you have any questions as you're going through those materials, contact us at our customer care. Okay, so on to our Super Troop update. So we had a lot of applications for this time. We received they were due on September 30th. We had 131 applications and over 1,500 Girl Scouts, which is awesome. So congratulations to Troop 80114 and 90859, who are the winners of the two Super Troop drawings that took place back on October 21st. We're still in the process of preparing to mail out those patches and the little year rockers that come as part of the Super Troop package. Excuse me. So all of those should be available to you by the end of November. So thank you for everybody who participated. And if you missed the deadline to submit, don't worry. Applications for 2025 are now opened and will be opened in April 2025. So moving on to our finance reports. These were due back on June 12th. So if you, your troop, or your unit still hasn't submitted them, please do so as soon as possible. After September 30th, the finances can now be completed via a JOT form instead of doing them through the volunteer toolkit. The link for the JOT form will be on this slide, so when you receive the copy of this slide deck, you will have that link. GSNEO will be contacting you. Excuse me. As part of our out of compliance since these troops, if you didn't have it submitted on time, it's just part of our process. But if you need any assistance or have questions, just reach out to our customer care. We do have several units that have their finance reports as well as excuse me, I'm so sorry. So special thanks to everybody who completed those on time. So thank you for that. And then our next slide. So we need some help coming up already this month for our Thankathon. So we are looking for our junior Girl Scouts and older to help us out with this event. We are inviting everybody from November 18th through November 21st to come to our service centers to help us express our gratitude to our leaders. So we are looking for our Girl Scouts to help make phone calls to help thank our leaders for all of the time that they've dedicated for their troops. So our Thankathons will take place at our Macedonia Center on November 18th and 20th from 4:30 to 6:30. In North Canton from November 19th and 21st from 4:30 to 6:30. In Youngstown on November 19th and 21st from 4:30 to 6:30. So spots for this opportunity are filling up rather quickly. So if you know of any girls that would be interested, please have them complete the form as soon as possible. And that way they can reserve their spots. Just a moment for me, please.
Hey, Emily, I can take over if you need a minute. It's okay.
you.
Okay. So slots are filling up quickly. You can register via the link on the slide. It's a great opportunity to join for Girl Scouts to connect, share, and appreciate, and make new leaders feel welcome. In addition, if you have older girls, cadet, senior, and ambassador level, we can award hours towards their service to Girl Scout Bar as part of this project. So in the next slide, we're going to start talking about upcoming events and trainings. So you can see that we have several trainings coming towards you over the next several months. A handful of CPR first aid trainings in late November, as well as in early January. We have youth mental health first aid on the 19th of January in Macedonia. We have a couple of outdoor essential classes scheduled for Camp Timberlane on February 1st, the weekend of February 1st. And then in addition, we have, she said what? There's a CPR instructor training if you're interested in becoming a trainer as well, and several other additional developmental trainings throughout the spring. To look up the training opportunities, make sure you visit the events calendar and then select the adult learning section from the drop-down menu to register for any of these. There is definitely something for anyone. So this is a look into some of the trainings that we're offering for the first half of 2025. Some are already on the event calendars, some are coming soon, they're not quite loaded yet. In addition, we do have some important trainings coming up in 2025, which are not always regularly offered. The first we mentioned just a moment ago is that first aid CPR AED instructor training, which would allow you to begin to run first aid classes. The Train the Trainer weekend is for anybody who's interested in joining the training corps. We have remix dates for Sugarbush, ALE remix dates for Sugarbush in early April. And then we have some small craft facilitators, so that's like boating, in early June and July, and then our summer dates for the main event ALE at Camp Letchworth in August. And we're giving you, we know it'll be in November, but we don't have a new date for next year's remix at Timberlane yet. Make sure you save the date. This mall walk-in is currently open for registration. It will take place February 15th and 16th at the South Park Mall in Strongsville. Registration is now open. This year's theme is Into the Wild, and girls and adults that register before January 6th of 2025 are going to receive an early bird discount of $5 off per person. More information and frequently asked questions, you can go to gsneo.com/mall. More details will be released as we get closer to the event, but I know it's shaping up to be a really fun time. The last portion of this section is just some reminders and resources. It's November, so let's start making sure we're aware that the cookie program is coming. Make sure that your troop has a volunteer in your troop product sales manager role and has completed the 2024-2025 troop product manager sales agreement job form in order for your troop to participate in the program and to receive your sales material in a timely manner. The bottom half of this slide has important upcoming dates for the cookie program if you will be participating. In addition, on this slide, we have some important dates for both of our product programs, as well as some updates. As you know, we're approaching the end of the magazine and snack program, but the cookie program is right around the corner. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to customer care. They're always happy to help and escalate things when needed. We did want to make sure that you were aware of our council-owned patches. These are patches that girls can earn that are exclusive to GSNEO. You can get active with GSNEO and participate in our council's Year of Healthy Living, our Year of Service, and our Year of Green Living patch programs. Girl Scouts, of course, are known for their commitment to community service and making the world a better place. You complete 6 different service opportunities to earn the Year of Service patch. There is a link on the slide to explore each of these options. The Year of Healthy Living patch will help you get up and moving. Join girls across GSNEO in completing healthy living activities like visiting a local farmer's market, taking a hike, upping your water intake, to earn this fun patch. All eligible activities can be viewed on the link under that patch on this slide. And finally, we have our Year of Green Living patch, which was created by a Gold Award Girl Scout here at GSNEO, Nicole Fiorelli. Help us keep our planet beautiful by completing at least 6 of the activities. And activities include things like reducing plastic use, donating old clothing or books or toys, and so much more. We no longer require that troop leaders use a reporting form to earn the patches. It is an on your honor participation. Purchase your patches for all the girl participants at the GSNEO shop. We did want to take a moment just to engage in election year guidance. Civic engagement is, of course, a core element of the Girl Scout experience. We are a tax-exempt 501c3 organization, and GSUSA and councils do have limitations that prevent us from supporting individual candidates or political parties. However, there are many nonpartisan activities that are allowable. Girl Scouts are encouraged to get involved and engage with their community's civic activities. On this slide are 2 resources we have available with guidelines and rules on Girl Scouts participating in nonpartisan activities. The Election Year Guidance Toolkit is a detailed guide on how to encourage the Girl Scout tradition of civic engagement during an election season while adhering to the rules that we are bound by as a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization that serves Girl Scouts in every zip code. In this toolkit, you'll find permitted and prohibited activities, social media guidelines, event participation, and so much more. In the GSUSA Guidance on Election Rules for 501c3 organizations, this is a one-pager. It serves as a quick reference for volunteers to safely navigate participation during election seasons while following the restrictions placed on us as a tax-exempt 501c3 organization by the IRS. If you have any questions about participation in the civic engagement steps, please feel free to reach out to customer care with any election-related question. Rallyhood, as you know, it is a group collaboration platform that streams communications and makes communication among GSNEO volunteers, caregivers, and staff really effortless. Rallyhood offers the ability to join rallies or groups that are relevant to you to communicate to council, your service unit, or on a troop level. You can share links, files, photos, create and register for local special events, and so much more. The best part about Rallyhood, it is private and it is ad-free. So if your troop has not yet joined the platform and you would like GSNEO to assist in creating a rally for your troop members, please submit the troop rally request form linked on this slide or visit gsneo.org/rallyhood. The troop year plans, if you're ready for your troop year and looking for ideas, you can always check out our troop year plans. These are age-appropriate plans that are customizable, turnkey resources featuring a wide variety of our most popular activities. They have guidance for you, our volunteers, to lead troops no matter your troop's level, and they guide your Girl Scouts as they thrive, find their voice, trailblaze, and adventure year after year. The links on this slide will take you to printer-friendly and online versions for each program level, including plans for multi-level troops. Feeling better, Emily?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for helping out with those slides. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay, so we go. All right. So, yep. So if we're going on for our New Year plans, they're very handy, and everyone really seems to be enjoying them. Like, it's nice that they have the higher levels as well. So these aren't just for the lower levels of our Girl Scouting program. It goes all the way through. So there's lots of different options for you. So if we can go ahead on over to the next slide. So for our annual troop and caregiver meeting agendas, um, so if you would ever like to offer a meeting for your families, we do have like planned meaningful communications for them. So it's important to just touch base with them each year to discuss about the troop's goals and also maintaining like a healthy relationship between the families as well as the volunteers within the troop, and also to help build support. So we recommend to do these troops meetings 3 times a year, one at the beginning, just before the start of cookie season, and then if your trip's participating in that, and then also at the end of the year. And so we do have agendas that for each of these meetings to sort of help serve as a guide to help you have some talking points as you discuss those things with your families. So those are available at the link for that way you can take a look at that copy. Ready? And the next slide. So we have our fall program guide and also our family connection. Oh, hmm. So with our family guide, this contains information about our program from September through December, including registration dates, and then also a copy of this was mailed to all of our troop leaders digitally as well as for printable copy.
Need some help?
Hmm.
Okay, no
I
problem.
am so
You can
sorry.
register for, it's okay. You can register for any event in the program guide via the events calendar. And the 2025 spring program guide is coming soon. The Family Connection Guide is an easy to use magazine quality guide for all families, but it's really helpful for those who are new to Girl Scouts. This guide covers everything a family will need to know to get the most out of the year, and it includes information on things like what Girl Scouts do, uniforms, activities they can do at home with their girl, a calendar of important Girl Scout dates, and much more. Copies of this guide are distributed at all of the staff-led recruitment events. There's also a digital version available on our website, and you can request hard copies to pick up from any of our GSNEO offices or shops. So that concludes the council updates for the most part. We're going to head into the short and snappy sections where we're going to talk about governance elections and volunteer recognition. So every year in the fall, service units are welcomed to elect membership delegates to represent them at GSNEO's annual meeting. And the delegates, so you're supposed to run an election if you have a service unit team. And the delegates can be a girl, they have to be 14, but it can be a girl member or it can be an adult. They can elect up to 2 total delegates. If the first delegate that's elected is a girl, they are allowed to elect a second delegate. If the first delegate that is elected is an adult, they get 1 delegate instead of 2 delegates. There is a report form that needs to be filled out, which is on the slide here, after the elections are done so that we can get the new delegates set up in the system so they'll start receiving the GSNEO governance emails. There is a nomination form as well if they want to file it. And then the important form, if someone does get elected, is that membership delegate election acknowledgement form. GSNEO and GSUSA are both a federated organization, so we both have an arm of governance that help to guide and approve decisions of our respective board of directors. So GSNEO is also one of only a handful of councils where girls can run for membership delegates. So I would encourage your unit to have elections and get involved. So the other piece of today is all about volunteer recognition. Wanted to make you aware that volunteer recognition is going to happen in conjunction with the annual meeting as it has for the past several years. It will be on April 12th in 2025 at the Woodside Event Center at St. Michael's in Broadview Heights. This is a new venue. I did get the opportunity to tour the venue last week. We're going to have a wonderful time. It's a great new facility, and we're really looking forward to this year's event. So what is volunteer recognition? Well, this is an opportunity for you to recognize fellow volunteers who are going above and beyond in their dedication to Girl Scouts. There are a handful of awards that are managed like individually. It doesn't have to go through council, but then there are a handful of awards that were either developed by GSNEO or developed by GSUSA, and those are all processed by council. So let's go over some of these so that you have a little bit better idea of what's what. So there are 2 awards, one that is from GSUSA, one that is from GSNEO, that are issued by service unit teams. And those are the Volunteer of Excellence and the Outstanding Leader Pin. Both of those, each service unit team gets one free pin per year. And if they have more than 100 volunteers, they get 2 free pins per year. And then they can purchase additional pins to honor beyond that free pin option in any year that they want. This is the first year that GSNEO has started tracking people who earn them. So they are going to be put in the database. So we'll be able to look at someone's profile and go, oh, they got these 2 awards. The details for all of the awards that we're going to be talking about are on the GSNEO website, which I'm going to list in a couple of slides. A volunteer of excellence is for someone who is helping a great deal at a service at a troop level, but they might not necessarily be in troop leadership. They can be, but they might not be. And the outstanding leader is for a leader that you want to honor. The awards issued by GSNEO include the appreciation pin, the honor pin, the thanks badge 2, Forever Green, GSNEO award, and the President's Award. So the first 4 of those are GSUSA developed awards, and the last 3 are GSNEO awards. The appreciation, honor, thanks, and thanks badge 2 have a formal nomination and endorsement process. Some of them have to have more endorsements than others. And actually the Forever Green and the GSNEO award have those too. So be aware that someone has to be nominated and then they have to receive 2 or 3 or 4 endorsements or more, depending on what level they're going for. These all revolve around something about service areas, which we'll come back to in just a second. So the numeral guards and the year of service pin, those are self-identifiable, or your service unit team can distribute them. They are available through the shop. The numeral guards go next to your membership pin, and it helps to signify how many years you've been in Girl Scouts. The year of service pins are another way to represent that. So again, those are available through the shop. GSNEO does not track either one of these. The Volunteer of Excellence pin was developed in 2013 by GSUSA. Again, it's to help recognize a volunteer who's contributed outstanding service while participating directly in any Girl Pathway. These are issued at the service unit level. And then we have the Outstanding Leader pin, and this was developed originally by GSUSA, but they discontinued it. So GSNEO adopted it in 2020. And it's given to a primary troop volunteer, which it's a troop leader or admin. We don't have program guides anymore. Or and it's recognized at the service unit level. It helps to recognize skills like good communication, membership development, etc. And then we get into the 4 national GSUSA awards. So the appreciation pin, the honor pin, the thanks badge, and the thanks badge 2. And they talk about geographic areas of service. An area of service is beyond a troop. So for example, if I was a troop leader, but I helped run a station at a service unit event, that would be an appreciation pin because that's one area of service beyond the troop. An honor pin, maybe I am a troop leader and I am volunteering in 2 service units. Since I have 2 different units that I'm working with in addition to the troop, that would be 2 geographic areas of service. So that's how it works when they talk about that. It's really important to specify what those areas are. The Forever Green Award was presented and developed by GSNEO. This is for volunteers who have earned the thanks and the thanks badge 2. Those 2 awards have to be earned in sequence. You can't go straight to thanks badge 2, but the rest of them you can jump around. Forever Green, it's for people who continue to provide exemplary service in the council level or beyond. And then the Forever Green Award is for people who maybe don't fit those 4 categories, or maybe they don't quite qualify and they need an award to come in between. Often we give GSNEO awards as well to different groups. I know we've honored like different fire departments and organizations that have come out and volunteered for camp improvements before. So that is another award as well. For people who earn the appreciation pin, the honor, thanks, thanks to Forever Green and GSNEO, they get invited to the annual meeting and volunteer recognition celebration. So this is a geographic way to think about those areas of service. Um, it's how it works in my brain. I think like the troop is the heart of everything that a volunteer typically does. And then I think about areas beyond that that they're helping out at. When in doubt, you can nominate or endorse for the pin that you think is correct. The Volunteer Recognition Committee, who reviews these and then sends the list of recommendations to the Board of Directors, they can adjust the level if it's not quite right. So that's just a little bit about the different areas of service. So some tips. Oh, one other thing, you cannot nominate and endorse the same candidate. So if you're going to nominate somebody, you have to get other people to endorse them. So one of the things that we're looking for when we're reading these nominations and endorsements is actionable data. So we want to make sure your candidate receives the recognition for their hard work. So tell us what you know about the details of what they're doing. Be results oriented. It's great to hear when someone is responsible or friendly, but that's not tangible. I can't apply that to the rigor of what these awards require. Also make sure to explain how you know them. Like I work with them in my role as service unit mentor. Most importantly, this is big, only include the scope of work they're nominated for and as it's related to Girl Scouts. We love to hear about, hey, they're also doing all of these things with their troop, but that's really not relevant to these higher adult awards because a troop is that core area. It doesn't qualify as an additional area of service. Things to not do when writing nominations or endorsements. Please do not be vague. We assume every person that is nominated is a really dedicated, positive, nice person. Please don't write about all the positions they hold unless you're familiar with their experience collaborating in those roles. Don't make assumptions about responsibilities involved in a role either, because just because that's how it's been in the past doesn't mean that's always how it will be. A lot of service units divide duties among people willing to do them. It doesn't matter if they haven't done everything that's in a position description. It's more important that they do it above the expectation of the position that they're in. Don't just look at the position description or the award requirements and tell us these things. We're assuming that they've already achieved all of those things as part of what they're doing. So nominations and endorsements close on December 1st. And to do that, you can go to gsneo.org/recognition, I think is the shortcut URL for that. And again, this is another way to map out those areas of service. So we're talking about what kind of area of service are they implementing or impacting, and this is the grid that you'll find on the website. Does anybody have any questions on anything we've covered today? Yeah, please feel free to unmute or drop it in the chat.
So far, no questions.
All right. Okay. So as we wrap up, we do just want to remind you of a couple of important dates to remember. GSNEO is going to be closed on the 11th because that's Veterans Day, but we know that a lot of troops do activities on that day. Maybe they go and do flag laying at a cemetery or participate in a parade. So please send any fun pictures that you have to marketing@GSNEO. November 18th to 21st, we talked about it. It's the Thankathon at our Macedonia, North Canton, and Youngstown offices. Remember, December 1st is the volunteer recognition, nomination, and endorsement deadline, and that's a Sunday. On January 6th, the mall lock-in early bird registration deadline will arrive, so get registered before then to save some money. On January 13th, the cookie program arrives. And then from February 15th to 16th, that is mall lock-in weekend. Oh, it's going to be fun. We also have the holiday season coming up. And so as we head into the season with all of these holidays, we wanted to make you aware of our service center and shops when they're either closing early or will be fully closed all day. All offices and shops will be closed on November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. On November 27th, all offices and shops close at 3 p.m. and they will remain closed through November 29th for the Thanksgiving holidays. All offices and shops will close early on December 23rd at 3 p.m. and remain closed through December 26th for the Christmas holiday. And then again, they will close at 3 p.m. on December 30th through January 1st for the New Year's holiday. All offices will be closed on January 20th. All offices and shops will be closed on January 20th for the Martin Luther King holiday as well. Still no questions in the chat, Emily? Last call for questions.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us today. A reminder of the full slide deck as well as the recording. It'll be posted on the Troop Leadership Rally in Rallyhood. If you've not already joined that rally, we're going to drop that link in the chat. Emily, can you do that? And then I do want to remind you of next month's meeting. Please consider registering for the next meeting on Wednesday, December 4th. It's early because of the holiday season. We're holding these once a month through next May. Next month, the meeting's focus will be on girl progression. So thank you, everyone, for all that you do as volunteers with us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.